Hello, 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 people. I wanted to jump on real quick before I head out and start doing a little volunteering. I got some things I'm doing today, but I want to jump on and say hello to the people. My I'm officially going back to doing my videos a couple of times a week. I posted a couple, probably about a month ago or so, that I was taking a little bit of a break, trying to get clear about some things, separating some things out. And so now I'm officially back, and I wanted to jump on today before I head out and share some of my thoughts. So, I got to do my random comments first, right? So if you're joining us, whether you're watching the replay, you jump in halfway through, put your name, say hello, let me know you're out there listening. So here's my first random comment. I'm getting ready to volunteer for our local TV station, ABC 57, who's doing kind of like a call-a-thon, right, where people can call in and ask questions around the area of addictions, right? So most of you know that I am a therapist and I specialize in trauma. For those of you who don't know, you know now, right? So they're having a telethon where people can call in and ask questions. It could be for yourself, it could be for family members, it could be whatever you want, right? It's all around the idea of addictions. So I'm getting ready to go down and answer some questions for some people. Let me just put a plug in for Dr. Stephanie D. Barnes. I mean, I'm not saying that you have an addiction to that alcohol, but I'm saying if you do, this would be a good time for you to call. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to post the number and the link on my page in a little while, about an hour. So yeah, I'm headed out to do that. I'm excited about being able to volunteer my time. I love being able to help people. So that's my first thought, right? My first random comment. Second, do you see my lipstick? Okay, I'm sorry. I had to because, half the time I get on here, I got my robe and my hair wrapped up, and y'all probably wondering, she don't look good at all, but I'm cute. Look at me. I'm out here just cute. Anyway, so enough of that. Let me just jump on and tell you why I decided to do today's video and really this week's video. So I have a lot of people ask me questions around entrepreneurship. Look at my face. A lot of people. And it's mostly because I do a lot of traveling, right? So last week I was in Memphis, and not next week, but the week after that I'll be in Dallas. And I have been from Washington, D.C. to Philly to St. Louis to, I don't know, I can't even think of all the places that I've been. And I think it's because I travel so much that people ask me a lot of questions around entrepreneurship. And how do you do this? And what about this? And blah, blah, blah. And so as I'm in these circles and I'm answering questions for people based off of what I've learned in my experience. So let me just say, of course I have my reset room now, but I also started a nonprofit organization with two other co-founders probably about 5 years ago at this point. I think it's been about 5 years. And when I tell you that the journey, you see my eyes blinking? The journey to starting a business is no joke. Whether it's a nonprofit organization or whether you're doing a for-profit organization, I've been on both sides, and it is a process, and it's real work. Real work. And the thing that I probably get asked the most is about where the heck do I start? Right? So we have all this information, a ton of information. And you already know I love Google, right? Me and Google, we go way back. I love Google. But we live in such an information age that when you get so much information, you start getting overwhelmed. Like, okay, I need to do this, and this. And the truth is, you need to do all of that for your business. Every single one of them steps is required. However, when you're just starting out, they're not all required today. So I've had to learn that the hard way. I have a million people around me who are trying to figure out that same journey themselves. And so as I think about, what's the thing that people ask me the most? What is the thing that people are most interested in as it relates to entrepreneurship, and how do I start my own business, and when do I start my own business? Can I quit my job today? I wouldn't recommend that you do that. That's all I'm saying. It's going to take a little while for you to get up and running, okay? So people are always asking me questions around startup. And so I wanted to do 5 steps, right? Just 5 things to think about this week as we're going into Thanksgiving on where the heck do I start, right? So for me, and for those who I have worked with as clients, the question always has to start with, what is it that you want, right? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? What is the reason why you're building your business, right? Like, what is it that you're not getting from your regular day job that you want in entrepreneurship? Most people, it's money, it's freedom, it's, being able to pursue their passion, whatever it may be. You got to get crystal clear on that, because if you don't, you will end up building a business that is not serving you. It's only serving the clients that you have, right? And we're all about service. You definitely have to be serving the clients that are in your business, but you also need to be serving yourself. And what I find is that a lot of people are building businesses and it is not exactly the life that they wanted, right? Like, they look up and they're 2 years in and somehow I'm doing 5 different things that I never planned on doing. And so one of the reasons why I get on my road and I do a lot of stuff on video in my road with my hair wrapped up is because I'm building a business that works for me while I'm also simultaneously being able to serve people. Like, that's possible, right? Like, that you can completely do both at the same time. And so step 1 is just getting clear about what really matters to you. Like, what, and so for me, I want to work from home. I don't want to put on clothes. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Don't judge me, or you can judge me. I don't care. I still don't want to do it. And so get clear about what matters to you and what kind of legacy you want to leave and what kind of business you want to build and why you even want to build that business. Before you start talking about sales and marketing and ideal clients and all these different things that you do definitely need to know, step 1 is just getting clear about your why. Like, I know people say that, but so many times I talk to people and their why is very different than the life that they have built for themselves. So I just want to put that plug in and remind you and give you kind of a, first steps. What kind of legacy you want to leave? Hopefully you can answer that question. I got mine mapped out. My gift is strategy. So I done mapped out all the way to 2020 and 2023. Anyway, never mind about that. So get busy, right? Figure out what it is that you want. Why do you want to build a business? Because building a business is no joke. It takes real work. And a lot of times you're putting in more man hours, at least from a startup perspective, than with your regular day job. So if you're not crystal clear about why you even want to do this thing, you're going to quit. So that's number 1. Every day I'm going to be doing something different, giving you some where do I start information, right? And so one of the things that I've decided to do specifically for this week, because everybody's having Black Friday sales, right? And because of how confusing startup can be. Why is my phone all blurry? I don't like it, Jesus. I don't like it at all. Well, I don't know why my phone is all blurry right now, but hopefully it's not blurry on your end. So one of the things that I've decided to do is I put together a how-to guide, right? It is a step-by-step process on how to build your business. And I did that specifically because I have a million people asking me the same question. And I get it. It's completely overwhelming and it's completely confusing in terms of where do I start? And so if you have been in business 5 and 10 years, it's not for you, right? This is specifically for people who want to build a business and have not really started, or have started, kind of got your feet in the water, but are really going nowhere fast, right? This is specifically for people who are in startup mode, who have been in business for less than a year, maybe even 2, depending on kind of how much you're making in revenue and that kind of thing. So I'm going to post some stuff on my page all week. It's a Black Friday sale, so it will only be this week on how to get that how-to guide. So also just want to put a plug in for my come up conversations. I'm sure you have seen my advertisement for it because I post it every day. But today we have Leah Jones, shout out to her, who's coming on to talk to us a little bit about her transition from retirement, right? Leaving a job that she's been in for years and years to starting her own business, right? So everything that we talk about from a come up conversations perspective is about transition, right? How do I get to my next level, What is your next level and how do I get there? How do I simplify that process? So again, most of my come up conversations are around the idea of entrepreneurship, because again, those are the people either who I serve, who are in my circle. And so tune in every Monday, 8 p.m. I might do something special this week and show something every single week since I'm doing this video. We'll see. But regularly, every single Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, come up conversations where people are sharing, 20 or 30 minutes of their journey, both the good and the bad, right? What the hard part was, what the challenges were, but most importantly is the come up process. What did they do to get to their other side? That's the whole point of come up conversations. Don't cost you nothing, right? So those are my thoughts for today. I'm out. Hope y'all having a great day. See you on the other side.